Hey guys, it's Zack Attack here, and today we're going to be reacting to a My Story animated video. The video is I've Met MrBeast, and this is probably clickbait, so MrBeast might not even be in it.
Hi, I'm Sophie from France, and my story you'll have to see to believe. My life was brilliant. I grew up in a vineyard and my parents worked super hard to make it a worldwide success.
Yeah, nobody cares. Where's MrBeast?
Even though they were super busy, they made sure I got the best things in life. I've just bought you a pony.
What's this pony smiling at? Or he's got that light-skinned stare. Sensei wasn't made for you.
You can take him out on
He
rides
wants to do some nasty stuff. Bro, that pony wants to do some nasty stuff.
on the property. Do you want to get a puppy too? We were super rich, but I didn't care about that. I was homeschooled to take over the family business, but I spent most of my time going on adventures with my best friend Luke. He was the son of our surveyor, Mr. Duran, and a major scaredy cat, but he never said no to my crazy plans, even when they landed us in trouble. Come on, Luke! Let's go to the lake and search for sea monsters.
What do you guys want? What are you guys gonna do with the lake? And I'm just curious. Yeah.
Are you crazy? We'll catch a cold, and besides,
Oh, you catch a cold.
it's against the rules.
It's against the rules.
Rules schmools. If there was a rule against sneezing, your head would explode from keeping them in. And you'd pick your nose just to tick people off. No, we're not going to the lake, and that's final. But I never took no for an answer. So I jumped over the fence and went running towards the lake. And poor Luke had to follow. But I stopped short when I saw a couple of village boys throwing rocks at a beehive. Hey, leave those poor bees alone.
No. She's an animal rights activist. Oh, hell no.
What's it to you, princess? Go back to your stupid grape juice farm. Sophie, we need to head back now. No, you should go back to school and learn how important bees are for the environment.
You know that eating avocados actually, kills bees. So you know how all these vegans are like, oh yeah, don't eat animals because, animals, they're alive, they feel and all that crap. But then they eat avocados, which is actually made from, the way they grow avocados is that, bees are killed in the process and stuff.
What, Luke? Those aren't bees, Sophie. They're hornets. Just then, a rock tore through the nest, and all the hornets flew out, and they were pissed. But instead of going after the village brats, they attacked Luke and me. We ran for our lives, but we got stung so much that by the time we got home, our faces resembled beach balls, and it hurt. And Luke went ballistic. I told you we shouldn't go. You never listen to me. I'm sick and tired of being your babysitter. Babysitter? The stings really mess with your head. I'm your friend. Friends listen to each other. You're not my friend. Your parents hired me to keep you out of trouble. Luke, stop it. We're honored to serve in any capacity. You might be, but I'm not. She's a reckless maniac. I'm sick of getting hurt because of her. I quit. Mom, what's going on? Sweetie, you're an offender.
So they paid the kid Luke, so to be a friend. That's what's going on, I think.
Sure, and we didn't want to hold you back. And Luke was the perfect balance to your hyper-personality. So we paid him to keep you safe. We were only doing what was best for you. You think this is best for me? My entire relationship was a lie. What else have you been lying about? Are you two even my parents or someone
You're adopted.
paying you too? I stormed off to my room and didn't speak to anyone for days. Luke left for the city without saying goodbye, and I felt humiliated that I was such a loser. No one would be my friend if I wasn't rich. Mom and Dad arranged playdates with other kids, but it wasn't the same. Every day I missed Luke, and every day
They're gonna end up dating. I can already tell.
hated him more. But things at the vineyard got worse. Our wine sales went down, and then a freak storm destroyed more than half the vineyard. We had nothing left, and the bank seized the family estate. Suddenly, we were homeless. Don't worry, darling. As long as we're together, we'll be
fine. So does MrBeast come in and give them a bunch of money or something?
Fine. The Durans have invited us to stay with them for a while. Stay with Luke? But he hates us. Beggars can't be choosers, love. And it's been years. I'm sure he's over all that.
Yeah,
It'll
I
be
doubt
cramped
it.
in their small house, but it's temporary. But my jaw nearly fell to the floor when I saw their house. It was a mansion with
It's not really a mansion. I mean, it is a modern house, but I don't know. It doesn't really look like a mansion.
in the garden. Mr. and Mrs. Durand had made a fortune by making the right investments and were super nice. But Luke, I had to blink hard because I couldn't believe how handsome he'd become. His eyes were still as green as I remembered, and the small dimple still appeared near his lips when he smiled. Suddenly, he reached out and touched my hair. You've still got bugs in your hair. Oh, thanks. I didn't know it was there. I guess I'm a real bug magnet. Yeah, you always did attract the creepy crawlers. That was weird, but at least he wasn't angry or rude. After lunch, I was strolling around trying to let out a quiet burp when suddenly I slipped and fell in the pool. Strong arms pulled me out of the water, and I was face to face with Luke, and to my complete humiliation, I burped in his face like a bullfrog. I thought you had changed, but I still have to save you from yourself. And I'm sick of it. Hey, it was an accident. Once a troublemaker, always a troublemaker. Mom, you better hide the good plates or she'll break them in a freak accident. Luke, that's enough. Whatever. I have homework to do anyway. Mr. and Mrs. Durand apologized for Luke's behavior, but I didn't want to be a burden. I spent the night thinking of several business plans to
this is just nothing. Like, I want to see MrBeast already.
Get us back on our
I
feet,
don't care about
but we
this.
just didn't have the money. A week later, I was waiting at the bus stop when suddenly a sports car raced by me, drenching me with muddy water.
It was that Bugatti? Was it Andrew Tate? Oh, it was Andrew Tate in his Bugatti.
Hey, watch where you're going. I am so sorry. I didn't see you there.
Oh, no,
You're
never
headed to
mind.
school, right? Let me give you a ride and we can get you cleaned up. My name is Bella and I'm kind of a big deal there.
Yeah,
You should
nobody
stick with me
cares.
because you're obviously
I
new.
never heard of you.
Don't mind me saying so, but you look like you got dressed in the dark. I just moved here from the village. OMG! Love that for you. I've always been a city girl. Last year when we went to my family's, Bella talked non-stop till we got to the school, and by the time we were sitting in first period, I knew her entire life story. She was an only child, her mom and dad were rich politicians, and she loved corgis. They have the cutest, slappable butts. I've
Imagine being a zoophile.
wanted one for so long, but my parents say I'm too irresponsible, and my boyfriend is
Yeah, I mean,
super scared of
you're
dogs.
gonna do some nasty stuff with it. So yeah, I would say you're pretty irresponsible. Freaking zoophile.
And OMG, there he is! Babe, come meet my new bestie! Oh wait, I totally forgot to ask your name. It's Sophie. Whoa, did you just
what
read
are
her
the
minds,
chances
Luke?
that-
I didn't know you had super normal powers.
He goes to
No,
the school?
I know her. She's the family friend I told you about. The reckless one. Even turtles look reckless to a chicken like you. Guys, do you know what this means? We can be besties together. Bella was the sweetest girl imaginable. She didn't care whether I was rich or poor. She just liked me for me and took me everywhere with her, even on dates. Oh, wow, babe. This is such a cute bracelet. But you know I'm allergic to pink.
Allergic to pink. How the hell are you allergic to pink? I'm allergic to vegans.
But it looks so cute on you, Sophie. OMG, you should totally have it.
What was that noise?
You're crazy. Luke got this for you. I don't mind. See? Our boyfriend doesn't mind. Put it on her, Luke. Our boyfriend? What was going on? My skin tingled as his fingers touched my skin, and Luke stared into my eyes. He was oddly sweet when we weren't at home. And rather than get jealous, Bella clapped and cheered. They were the weirdest couple I'd ever met. But Bella thought I was the weird one. What do you mean you've never read Shakespeare? I was only taught things that would help me run a vineyard. Like, that is hollyroot and will help you with fevers. And that thing you're taking a selfie with is poison ivy.
We're
Yikes.
7 minutes in. There's still no MrBeast.
Hey, you should make TikToks. OMG, this is the best idea I've ever had. We can go on nature walks, and you can talk about what's poisonous and what isn't. Incredibly, Bella's idea was a hit. I went viral, and people in school started calling me Nature Girl. I even started getting sponsors, and one day, my fans challenged me to participate
There's MrBeast.
in MrBeast's Squid Game. The contest
MrBeast. Doesn't he choose subscribers and stuff? Like there was a chance. There was technically a chance since I'm actually subscribed to MrBeast. There was a small chance that I could have actually been in a Squid Game video.
The test was tough, and as expected, many people joined the fight. I did my best to win the game, but I lost during the tug of war. Still, it was the best adventure I had ever done. I made tons of new friends as well. Not to mention, seeing MrBeast personally is the coolest. My heart jumped when I saw him heading my way.
Hi there. Thank you for joining our version of Squid Game. You were great.
Thank you, MrBeast. We all had a blast, even though we lost. Just being part of your content alone is an experience of a lifetime.
Well,
yeah, hope MrBeast comments on this video.
Making people happy is what my content is all about. I'm glad you had fun.
I really did, and it's been quite a long while since I had fun like this.
Really? Why is that?
Well, sometimes life could get rough all of a sudden.
All the people there, the person that MrBeast comes up to and talks to is you. How many people are in this video? Like 400 something? I already forget what the number was.
Things happen without warning.
That is so true, but no matter what, never stop walking the road to happiness.
Come on!
Tale of the misunderstood boy.
Oh, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Never forget the quote, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step."
They should have actually got MrBeast the voice actor in this. That would have been cool.
Felt my eyes sting as MrBeast gave me a hug. And just like what MrBeast said, I never stopped walking the road to happiness. I kept on seeking adventure, teaching my fans about plants through TikTok. Bella supported me 100%. Eventually, the money I got from my sponsors were used to set up a small grocery shop in the city. And little by little, we were saving up to move out. Life was getting better.
Yeah, now since I saw MrBeast already, I really don't care.
Behavior at home was getting worse and worse. He was rude to his parents and ignored them all the time. One time, Mrs. Durand asked them to pass the bread, and he accidentally dumped them all on the floor. What is wrong with you? That's no way to behave with your parents.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Stay out of it, please.
This isn't you, Luke. You used to be so sweet and caring, even if you were pretending. His eyes softened, but then he shook his head and pushed past me.
I'm not the boy you used to know.
It's okay, Sophie. It's just a phase. I didn't get what his problem was. He had everything he could ever want. Loving parents, a roof over his head, and a great girlfriend. But things with Luke and Bella were getting weirder. The old feelings were coming back and made me nervous. So when Dad announced we'd be moving to our own apartment at the end of the month, I was relieved, but also bittersweet. Late one night...
Wait, don't you have like a bunch of money since you make TikToks and stuff? So why can't you just live in a mansion? Why do you have to live in an apartment?
I was packing up my things for the move when I heard footsteps on the roof. I freaked out and picked up a baseball bat to investigate. There was so much crime in the city. We never had this problem.
It's Ohio. Only in Ohio. Wait, isn't she from I think it was France? I said at the beginning she was from France. Nah, this is Ohio.
In the village. What if there was more than one burglar? But it was only Luke. You scared the farts right out of me.
Oh, great. Just what I need. A damsel in distress.
I'm the one holding the bat, smart Alec, and I was always the brave one, while you were scared of your own shadow.
I sure was a coward back then. Remember that time you couldn't sleep and you made me push all those sheep from a fence so you could count them?
They were goats, and Farmer Jack was so mad.
He made us shovel horse poop for weeks.
You have to admit, it was fun pretending to be my friend.
I was never pretending.
He looked at me like there was so much he wanted to tell me, but he couldn't. His lips were so close, and my heart beat like crazy. I wanted him to say more, but I also wanted him to shut up and kiss me. But Luke pulled away suddenly, looking angry.
Forget it. You won't understand.
Had I almost kissed my best friend's boyfriend? What was wrong with me? It was a good thing we were moving out in a few days anyway. On our last day in the house, Mr. and Mrs. Durand held a farewell party for us. They invited all their friends, including Bella and her parents, and held a mini promotion of our little grocery store and even showed my videos on a big screen. Luke looked handsome in a suit, but I had to look away. I still felt guilty about the other night and confused by his hot and cold attitude. But suddenly, he was standing right in front of me.
Hey, wanna dance?
I shouldn't.
Why?
Yeah, I think I know what's gonna happen here. They're gonna kiss and then the other girl's gonna be pissed. And yeah,
Trip and fall? No. Then come on. He whirled me onto the dance floor, and I felt like I was dancing on air. It was magical and thrilling. Then his lips came close, and all the voices in my head fell silent, but the music suddenly stopped. Luke, what are you doing? Bella's parents are watching. You should be dancing with her, not the poor grocery girl. Yes, Sophia can't bring you any connections or wealth. I'm sorry, dear, but we have to think of Luke's future, and that is with Bella. I was so shocked my mouth fell open. My parents were furious. Is this how you feel about us? Why did you invite us to stay with you? Why throw us this party? Because they want to rub in your faces how rich they are now. They always envied you, and they
it's like Andrew Tate. For you know how like Andrew Tate got arrested? He was on he was having Twitter beefs with Greta Thunberg. He said he posted a video like of all his cars, and he was like bragging about being rich. He was Andrew Tate got arrested if you know. Yeah.
didn't throw you this party. Bella and I did.
It was all Luke's idea. He's been planning this party for weeks. I just helped with the decorations. Suddenly, all the guests left saying they were disgusted, and Mr. and Mrs. Durand looked panicked. What's going on? I'm so confused.
Let me explain. When we were kids, I loved being your friend. You were awesome and brave, but my parents wanted to cash in on that friendship and started charging your parents for protection services. I hated it. We did it for you, son, so you could have everything rich kids had. I never wanted
Like a Bugatti. You could be top G.
any of that. And even here in the city, you insisted I date rich girls so you can make connections with their parents. You two have always used me for your own gain, and I'm sick of it.
And look what it got you. You have luxury cars, you live in a mansion.
But I can't be with the girl I love.
I thought you two were in love. I'm a cheerleader and he's a jock. We had to date. It's like in the Bible or something. But we were never in love. And when I saw how much you two loved each other, you knew?
I mean, the cheerleaders at my school, I mean, they're kind of hot. Hopefully none of them are watching this.
Why do you think I kept leaving you two alone when we hung out? You two are super cute together.
Can you ever forgive me for being such a jerk and not getting in touch sooner? I thought you hated me.
I don't really give a crap.
I did, but
I'm going to end it here. MrBeast was barely even in this video.